Good. How's your child?
Oh man, beautiful, just beautiful. Happy. My wife is just killing it. She's. I'm just so in love with her, man. Watching her be with a baby, it's the most psychedelic, beautiful thing that ever happened to me. And he's just great. He's like fine. He did his first joke, at me, which is, he's learned the word boo boo, and my feet are so fucked up that his thing is to like point at my feet and go boo boo. Boo boo. I'm like, no,
How
it's
old is
not.
he now, Duncan?
16 months.
How fun.
It's the best.
How much
It's the
fun.
best.
You wish they don't go to sleep at night. You're like, let
What's
them hang
that?
out. Let them hang out. Like at night, your wife's like, all right, it's bedtime. And you're like, mind your business. Let them hang out.
I know.
Where the fuck they go
I
in
know.
the
There's
morning?
times where you want to go wake him up.
Yeah, I do. I go in there in the middle of the night sometimes, like at 1, and put my head on his stomach and rub her arm. And I'll
that's
whisper
awesome.
shit. You're in no danger of waking that little bitch up. Cosby got
really?
through it. Oh, my daughter, she sleeps like a Cosby victim. You understand me? She goes deep into the murky waters of the underworld. I've even told her, I go, you ever get up at night? Come in the living room. Maybe we'll do some snacks. Maybe we'll watch a movie. And she looked at me like, really? Yeah.
Wow, he's nowhere near that age, man. He's still at the age where if his sleep cycle gets fucked up, he's grumpy the next day. He's still at that age where and he's in a crib still.
What times you got to hit the crib at night?
Yeah.
What times you go to bed? What time you put him down?
6:30 or 7.
And he sleeps the whole night straight?
Yeah.
That's great.
Most
That's
of the
phenomenal.
time.
That's
He has
fucking
nightmares
phenomenal.
sometimes. It scares the shit out of me.
Well, he's your kid. What do you expect? He's got. You don't think that there's some leftover sperms, leftover acid, and fucking hallucinogenics, and that one nut when you got her pregnant? There's got to be something going. When my daughter was born, she just looked around for a little while. I'm like, oh no, she caught 20 milligrams of an edible one day. No, they do. They catch that shit. And then you'll see them eating one day, and all of a sudden you'll see them going to. That's a little flashback from the womb. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Fuck it.
I know, man.
And look at
see
us.
that.
Not to disrespect your mother or my mother, but those bitches smoked cigarettes. They drank Clorox. In the 60s and 70s, moms didn't give a fuck. They drank alcohol. It was still all right for them to drink alcohol on the fetus. They were out doing jumping jacks. They didn't give a fuck. Now they're out running and jogging. In the 70s, these bitches in the 60s used to smoke cigarettes 9 months pregnant.
My brother, this is one of the stories my dad liked to tell. So apparently my mom and my dad, they were using like an 80-year-old pediatrician, right? Like he was this old Southern pediatrician. And so he died. And they took my brother when he was a little baby to a new pediatrician. And, you're just going through all the stuff that you give to the baby. And the new pediatrician is like, what are you doing? The old pediatrician had been giving my brother laudanum, which is opium. So which is an old school, just like an old school medicine that they would give kids when they were crying. So when my, brother was a little baby, he was getting hardcore opium, like the kind you would drink back in the opium dens in the 1800s.
Where's this doctor today? We should look that cocksucker up and throw him an envelope.
I know, man. Now I want the
fucking
fucking laudanum. I'd love that.
Can you imagine a couple fucking smokes of opium on a Friday night? You just sit there, or you get like a Chinese chick to play the violin for you. You have no idea where that takes
I know,
you.
Joey. Those are the good old days.
Those are the good old days. Now we got to live legit. Now, not only do we have to live legit, you have to live in the spotlight. You have come out with one of the most mind-boggling animated, I don't even know what to call it. It's a hybrid animated, 10 years from now, people are going to be watching this in midnight movie theaters. 16-year-olds are going to get high. Because I watched 2 episodes, I'm like, this shit it's too crazy I know what this needs. This needs mushroom, maybe a fucking shot of heroin. You need to do drugs before you do midnight gospel, all right? Before you even get into it. What you did was totally a mind explosion. I know you had a partner on it.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot of the mind of Duncan Trussell. The thing at the end with moms, you know, you just hit it out of the fucking park, kid.
Thank you.
I mean, but you hit it out of the park and you did a Roberto Clemente. It was so beautiful, it landed perfectly. It just hit at the right time when America needed it. Netflix is never going to tell you the numbers, but it exceeded millions because people were home. It came out in a great fucking time. And I know you hooked me up. You gave me a couple fucking voices that were tremendous.
Yeah.
First episode, I'm yelling weed. I watched it with my daughter the first time for about 3 minutes. Then you started saying fuck. She just looked at me. I go, it's time for you to abandon ship. I think this is adult entertainment. And
it's not a kid show.
It's a great show, but not if you, if she was 9 and I'm trying to create a savage, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to create a savage. And Duncan, I got to tell you something during this whole thing. It's just great to see you.
Great to see you, Joey. I miss you, man.
I miss you too, brother.
This is fucked up. I mean, it's fucked up. I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to ask you, first of all, thanks for watching the show, man. And I didn't hook you up. You hooked me up by being on the show. Thank you for being on the show. You killed it. You know what's really cool about you, man, is that you're not just a great comic, one of the great comics. You work your ass off to be an actor. And so when, you're working for the first time, getting to see different people the way they work in a VO booth, and seeing people who are trained, everyone did a great job. But like seeing people like you and Phil Hendry who are trained actors and watching, all those years and years and years of work come out in the room. And not just that, but the way you're like connecting with everyone in the room. You're like doing this thing, which is really, really cool to watch. I love watching. I don't care what it is, man. I love watching people who are experts at stuff.
We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.